channel. Yeah. So what is you became from a nobody from the blonde chick who sat on Baked's lap to being on a stream that had 50 viewers to 2,000 on Scrubs. Now we have 4,000 people watching you. So now that you've gotten all this exposure, has this changed what angle you want to take this online streaming thing?
I mean,
At this point, yeah.
I, that's an I guess that's a good, valid question. I'm shamelessly myself. I hate fame whores and attention whores. So to be honest, I never promote. Like I mocked self promotion. I can't. It makes me feel weird. So I guess I never fully tried to promote myself because again, I don't like that our society lives in a world where it's like, I'm gonna pretend to be this and get quote attention or fame and then be this dumb fake person that has an audience and there's no authenticity. I just love raw truth. And I mean, I would just like to do this, but I guess I want to be myself and actually show my true personality. That's my newest goal, to reflect my real self, not this persona and weird
And who's
character.
that? Who's your real self? Like, what would
There, that's it. I mean,
break up with your boyfriend is first step. You'll get way more subscribers, right, JL?
Oh,
just dump him. He's probably fucking crying right now in your room.
American Godfly, $5 US says, I think you're all a bunch of cock blockers. If Baked Alaska wants to call his chat toxic so he can get a piece of that Erin cookie, you should help him. That is true, Andy.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Have we put the O's before the bros?
Oh.
Have we forgot to be supportive of Baked?
Okay, you know what? Okay, let's say, Erin, you know what? Okay, we'll roll with that, JF. I like that idea. Let's say he did that for you and you were single, right? Would you bang him at that, like, after the stream was done? If he had done that for you and you were single?
Okay, so you're asking me, is a man, if this is true, if Bake decided to be Mr. like toxic, I don't want liberals around me, or no, wait, I don't want conservatives around me.
Mean people, yeah.
Whatever it is, who say, offensive words, and would I be turned on by a guy changing who he is to impress me? No, of course not. If that's what he did, no. I like shameless self-expression. I don't care what someone thinks.
So you think he was hurting himself then?
In terms of me, it's like, for me, honest, raw expression is what I like. So if it was the goal to get me, that wouldn't work. That is if he did that. Not saying you did, because I am supportive of Baked. I don't have any, it's funny because the frame, I know if I came on here and was like, fuck Baked, your last guy, like this, that cock, that turn off, that gay, whatever boy, that would be better for, rawr, she's turning on Baked. But I'm not like that. I think he's a good person.
Wait, can I ask you something then? Sorry for interrupting, but then, okay, because you said, okay, that wouldn't turn you on. But, no. But wasn't it, because I came in late last night, but I heard that apparently you're the reason why he turned on the audience. Like, were you offended? Did that happen? Like, what happened at that moment?
I was offended that I was accused of that. I was super offended by people saying that I made him turn against his audience, to be honest. I mean, I don't think it was necessarily me. I know I've been blamed for that because it's the dumb LA thought arriving on the stream, but I think he was grappling with not wanting to be banned from YouTube. And I don't know, because yesterday the opposite of me came on and apparently all was right again. And I respect that. It's just very different from what I offer. So it makes me wonder, did I have an influence by accident? I don't know, because I wasn't trying to do that. I never want to do that to somebody.
At some point during the stream where the situation degenerated, Baked lost control and he told to everyone, shut up, and he sent you on the couch so that he could gain control of the stream. Can you take us through the mind of Erin on the couch, how you felt at this point?
Good question. To be honest, I wasn't happy at all about that. I was kind of taken aback and surprised. I guess it was under pressure, so I'm not going to judge, but I was very hurt, I think, and surprised because it was very it made me feel like I had no voice and I didn't want to even speak my mind after that, because why the hell would I? It's not my place, and I definitely didn't want to go on a crazy girl rant, so I just kind of silenced myself. But yeah, in my head, I was like, wow, I mean, this is a new emotion that I'm experiencing. You know,
that
right.
was. I mean, we have Baked coming on in a bit. Now, I want to ask JF and Erin this, maybe even the audience as well, if you wanna throw in your 2 cents. But do you think, after what we've seen last night, and we'll talk to Baked when he's here, but do you think that there's a way that he'll be able to jump back from this? Like bounce back from this? Or do you think it's, I mean, because a lot of people are upset at Baked. A lot of people are just like, what the fuck? And he seems to sort of be in denial of what happened. Do you think there's a way to jump back from this?
I think if he defines exactly, yeah, I mean, I do think that he needs to define what he wants, take one position, have one, I guess, goal, make sure that yes, of course. I think in life, people can fuck up, and as long as you're willing to be honest and let go of the illusion that we can control things, of course. But the idea of controlling, in my opinion, is not constructive, because there's nothing that we really can control or can be fully certain of. We could die tomorrow. The world could crash. Nuclear bombs could go off. We have to live, in my opinion, like we might not be alive tomorrow, and that's how you have fun.
Beautiful. And I'm just going to say right now, we have a special guest hopping in as well. Mr. Metokur will be joining us in about 5 minutes.
Nice.
Jim, and we're gonna get his, because he watched the whole Scrub stream. He watched last night. He put in some 2 cents on his Twitter, but hasn't really given his full thoughts on the situation post everything that has happened. So, and we all love Metokur, sweetie boy, a sweetie squad. And he'll be on in about 5 minutes. And maybe Baked will join during that.
Hypocrite $5 Canadian says we should be guiding Baked cock, not blocking it. It's too much involvement for me as an heterosexual male. Baron S. Thompson, $5 US, says, ask her if she has seen Baked Alaska's music video, MAGA Anthem.
Yes, I have.
All right. And Greg S., $5 US, says, read my super chats, you bums. Ask why the camera was on for 6 hours of total pain. Everyone looked unhappy. Why didn't it stop? Why the text to speech? Erin, do you have insight on this?
And can you just 1 minute, everyone, okay? 1 second. But go ahead, Erin. Go ahead for you. I have to do one thing really quick.
Oh, well, I think that reality television and shit shows, whether they're good or bad, get ratings, viewers, and sometimes success. So I think the raw emotional psychosis of the chaos was intriguing and interesting, because people are really bored, and it was, a thirst for excitement. That's why I think it was on.
All right, I'll read a little more super chats while Andy is masturbating. And $5 US. Press K to kick this low IQ thought. That's a little mean. I like Erin. Clausen, Lord of Virulence, $7 US. Baked put himself in Money Badger's territory when he went after Jim not showing his face. Non-Azen, $5 US. This is the same kind of O that would pop up in MMO guilds and cause enough drama to disband within weeks. Big gun thought to get Jim. And Hollow Words, £20. The roasty is immune to all critique. One may call her a tut, a bitch, a whore. It runs off her like views of a bake stream. Call her a roasty. Call her a roasty. You will see how she recoils and suddenly shrinks back. I just want reaction, lols. This is a paraphrasing of Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf.
Fucking absolutely hilarious. And oh my god. Hang on. A Clausen, Lord of Virulence, $7. Baked put himself in Money Badger's territory when he went after Jim not showing his face. That was something I was actually really disappointed with. Cause anonymity online, you're allowed to have it. That's the thing. If you want to do that, you could do that. I don't mind, because if you have a job or you could be fired, Baked did go after a Metokur for not showing his face. And that was sort of like, in my opinion, like a unnecessary blow. Do you think that Baked was just being defensive?
Okay, absolutely. I ironically was not allowed to speak in that whole transaction of words, but if it were me, I would have been so much calmer. Instead of people relaxing and enjoying the conversation, what happened was the girl on the stream, my best friend, was like, get away. And I was like, oh my.
Wait, your
and I
best
just
friend?
went in the back. My BFF, yes, my beloved.
Hang on, they wanted you to not be part of that? But didn't everyone else speak to Mr. Metokur though? Like they were.
Yeah, that was actually, I was very hurt by that. Honestly, I was very, very hurt and like it really, you have no idea. I mean, I get hurt, trust me. I'm not saying I'm immune to things. I was just like, damn, this shows me a lot. I guess I really am just this walking joke maybe to people around me. I don't know. But I watched it and I saw reaction, damage control, holy fuck. And I was like, ah. And eventually when you're in that emotional state of trying to not lose something or fix a reputation or something, it's like you will implode because you can't sustain that. And that's kind of what happened. And that's not what I would have done, but that's kind of what happened. It was raw emotion and like, it was the weirdest disconnected experience. It was very disconnected for me. I watched such a, I don't know.
That's kind of annoying since they did that to you and then you gave Baked Alaska a lap dance real quick. It's like, that's offensive, right?
Andy, I need to apologize. I said that the super chat was quoted from Adolf Hitler. It was from Joseph Goebbels' Ministry of Propaganda.
I don't want to fuck that up.
I apologize to Adolf Hitler. I'm sorry. I apologize to the alt-right.
Evening,
Hey.
evening, gentlemen. How's it going?
Is my
mic? Is my mic coming in okay, or do I have an echo like I'm gone?
Very good.
No, it's not like yeah. Last night on Baked Stream, the echo. I was like in the chat, like, could you fucking turn off that echo?
I would have been here sooner, Andy, but I had to swing by Fuentes' place so he could borrow me some of his thought repellent, so I'd be safe coming onto the stream.
You're safe.
Yo, let's get your Metokur. So you were there last night. I've never seen you that angry before.
I don't like it's a personal gripe, I guess. I don't like people that build up an audience by presenting themselves as one thing and then doing an about face and being like, I'm better than you now, I don't need you now, you can go away, you're toxic, you're problematic, all that Tumblr speak bullshit. It really rings hollow, it's false, and it's fucking annoying. It's really, really annoying. We don't want you here. I mean, you can't say nigger in the chat, but if it's a super chat, then you can.
Then you have to play the song, exactly.
Oh, even she's turning on him.
Well, if I can ask you and JF to take off your fucking fedoras for a minute and stop white knighting for a second.
I'm not white knighting for shit.
You two are what?
We're gentlemen.
Oh my god, Erin, you're so nice, Erin. I want to get that phone number so I can.
We're
fuck
gentlemen.
That shit.
We're gentlemen.
Jim.
That's what we do here.
Where did you see that I white knighted? I always give my objective opinion. My objective opinion is that there's a future.
For what?
Torn her apart for what?
Okay. Baked Alaska's imploding right now, and this chick is loving every second of the spotlight.
It's beautiful, Mr. Metokur. You know what's happening right now, Mr. Metokur?
What's happening?
You cannot take it that there's a girl who throws better than you.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I'd call it being a troll or being a whore. I mean, there's a kind of a difference between the two, isn't there, JF?
Oh, Mr. Metokur comes here to do the moralization. That is the most beautiful thing.
Metokur, do you think that it may have been a little bit too far when she was chatting with us and she was bent over on the bed a little bit?
I don't know, Andy. I mean, you've got her showing up on a stream with a good amount of viewers, and suddenly the tits come out, and suddenly she's saying stuff like, "Well, Jim was right. Bake turned on his audience for pussy." I just wonder what Bake's opinion on this is.
He'll be in a
like
second.
how he's good. I want to know how he's viewing those LA friends right about now.
Wait, please let me clear. I fully understand where you're coming from. Trust me, I'm not here to, moralize or say anything that's in defense of this whole thing. But I am not here to tear Bake down or insult Bake. I respect Bake's whatever he wants to do. I fully hate Los Angeles. I hate the idea of being a leech who fame whores. You really, I mean, the one thing you can say I'm a whore. I use, my flirtatious nature to like create spectacles and get viewers and whatever. Fine, just totally fair. But me wanting to hurt somebody and do that's the one thing I'm not trying to do. Bullying me.
I don't know. I mean, he's burning down and you're dancing in the ashes. You seem pretty pleased to be on Warski now with 4,000 people watching.
It's not
almost 5.
Again, I get why you would think that. It makes logical sense if I was a typical dumb, vicious, soulless girl. But the truth of this situation is I actually was the most excited to talk to you yesterday. I was intrigued by your personality. I watched a video where you tore, again, because I don't want to say something rude, but I watched you say things that I found hilarious and spot on. And I was like, damn, this guy is really aware of reality and perceptive. And I was kind of intimidated yet intrigued. So I was excited when you were on.
Sweetie boy.
And
I don't know if you should be telling the guy that came in here and said you're a backstabbing whore that he's very perceptive but gauging reality.
It's funny that you say that because I actually was asking myself, why did he get me so wrong? But people do that all the time with me. I get why they do, but it's interesting to analyze it, I guess, but I didn't want to annoy Bake's audience. I would rather have him be shamelessly baked. I want everybody to be themselves, and it doesn't matter to me if he says the N-word or just anything that's insane. And I would never want him to change for my own views, but it's not even about me. I sincerely mean that. I just want people to have a voice and to stand up for what they believe in. That's all I care.
Erin, last night when Metokur was talking to Baked, because you said they didn't let you hop in, but did you think that Metokur was spot on with what he was saying?
To Baked? Yes, I did. I thought Metokur he was watching a conversation that was fake. Chad was blah, 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 blahing. And I was like, oh my God, this is the most disingenuous thing ever. It sounded like a PR machine creating bullshit. And I literally cringe at that because I know Baked in his heart is a man that wants to be heard and express himself freely. I know that. I don't think my instincts are wrong with that. It's just in this city, in this world, in this endless stream of blood sports, attacking, la la la, it can be easy to get caught up in wanting to save something and do damage control. I get it, but it was sad to watch because I know that deep down in his heart, he just wants to be his full self. But again, it's easy to feel like you can't.
Well, if you know how sensitive Baked is, and you know that he has feelings for you because he keeps talking about how complicated it is, that he doesn't know if he's dating Erin or not, but he definitely seems to like to try to guard against other guys showing an interest. Then why are you leading him around by his dick? Why are you sitting on his lap? Why are you acting flirtatious with him? It just seems like you're throwing pussy in his face that he's never going to tap.
Okay, well, I honestly sat on his lap yesterday to piss the girl off. That was the only reason, because she was attacking and shaming me, and in my mind I was like, fine, I'm the dumb thought object. I'll play that role, and I'll
he
do
was
what
hard,
I know.
right? You were saying he was hard when you sat on his lap.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said that. Sorry.
He was like, no, like I it's bad. He was
getting hard. That's why he pushed you off him.
I did it just because I was a little impish child and I was pissed that she was being mean to me, and I was like, fine, call me a slut, I'll act insane. And again, I shouldn't have done that. It was not right. I know, but I did it.
So has your boyfriend righteously beaten you yet for the shit that's gone on the last 20
I deserve a big punch to the face, to be honest.
A big fucking deck right in the face. A nice fucking fist right in your teeth. Yeah, that happened. Is that going to happen soon?
It has not happened yet, but it absolutely should.
Does your boyfriend have a functioning penis? Why is he allowing you to run around and act like this?
He's not happy with me, and I'm mad at myself, and I feel very ashamed of it. I should not have behaved that way, and I have no answer. It's wrong, and I should not have done it, but I did it, and I'm owning that.
Now, if I can verge off of this for a second, because I don't know if JF got the whole story, because there is a piece.
I don't know much.
Oh no,
I'm discovering stuff as you reveal it.
Yeah.
There is a piece, JF. This is a side note to the baked and thought thing. There was a guy last night named Chad, and Chad made some statements about pedophilia live on the live stream. I don't remember the exact quotes. I'm not going to even try to put it out there, but it sounded kind of like advocacy, and he was saying it a couple of times, reiterating it over and over again. Yeah. So people ended up saying, we're gonna tell your boss, because apparently his boss is like some kind of conservative figure, and so they got a hold of the boss, and so Chad starts freaking out. He's flipping the fuck out, right? And he's saying, my life is over, my life is ruined, everything's gonna burn to the ground, I'm so fucked. Bake, turn off the stream, this isn't a fucking joke, my life is going down the toilet. Now,
so
I want you to
this was one of the guys who was live with them, or it was someone on the internet?
No, this was live. This was somebody, this guy in the apartment with them.
Oh God.
Yeah, but it gets better though, and I want you to, juxtapose that. I want you to juxtapose that with this. When Tonka and everybody came on at the very end of the evening, remember, and they're making jokes about Baked. Do you remember how Baked reacted? He asked Tonka, "Are you my friend?" He got upset. He said, "Are you my friend? Why would you treat me like this? Why would you say these things?" Now here he's getting upset at Tonka for making jokes about him for the shit show that went on for 6 hours on the internet. And yet a person who I guess is his friend, who's in his fucking apartment physically, whose life is in tatters, his shit is imploding, is begging him to turn off the stream, and he doesn't do it. So how would you judge that?
That happened?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
What would you say about the character? See, this is what I want to talk to Baked about now. Now that he's had a little time to cool down, I've had a little time to cool down. I want to know how you can go off on Tonka for making a joke on the internet, and yet have a guy in your apartment who is apparently your friend, whose life is over, and begging you to turn the stream off, and you're not going to do it because you want to get those super chats.
Oh,
so Beck is now hanging out in LA with pedo apologists and making a show out of it.
Yeah. Oh, it gets. JF, would you like to know more? Yeah, JF, there's actually more to the background of this guy, and I want to try to tell it without giving away his identity, even though it's already been put out there, and I'm sure Ralph would probably write an article on it. It's too juicy not to. Guy was arrested for meth possession. Apparently, from what I understand, Ralph had this going on earlier. From what I understand, he ended up getting caught because when the cops were searching his vehicle for drugs and stuff, or they pulled him over or something like that, the guy said, "Hey, can you hand me this?" They're like, "Do you want any objects from your car or whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah, I need this." And the cop goes to hand him it, and it's a bag of meth.
What? What?
Oh, no, it's funny, Andy, that you say he's a retard, because his father wrote a best-selling book about autism, specifically about his son.
Is this all?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just want you to. I just want you to get this in your mind, right? There's Baked. He's building up an organic audience, right? He's got people interested in the shit he's doing, and then all of a sudden, all these fucking LA people start showing up. You got a chick that isn't gonna fuck him, but sits on his lap. You got an autistic meth addict, pedo apologist hanging out in his fucking apartment. You've got these kind of people just hanging around him right at the same time that he's starting to say, "I don't want you to say toxic shit in my chat."
JF, go ahead.
About the autistic aspect, I've seen that this guy speaks publicly about autism. He doesn't sound autistic to me. He sounds more gay, but not autistic. Do you have any background info on that?
Well, I should say, okay, because they took, if I remember from the new diagnostic manual, they took Asperger's off, right? They just put it on a spectrum along with autism as not a separate diagnosis. But he claims that he's trying to behave, neurotypical, and that he's got Asperger's. And that's the story the father wrote, was about how to deal. He's like, when my son was 2 years old, I realized there was a problem. And so that I understand, there was speculation that he made it up just so he could go to autism conventions to try to get easy women. Like, like Cartman in that South Park episode about the Special Olympics, like where he's faking it to try to.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to research, but the thing that shocks me with this guy is if he actually got that diagnosis, I think there's a big chance it could be an erroneous diagnosis. This guy doesn't look like an Asperger to me.
Okay. Yeah, there's some weird shit going on here, but the LA mindset, and again, I'm assuming that's where Baked is. but it's these fame-hungry fucking people that will claw into you to try to use you to get and propel themselves forward, right? They follow, like Ice Poseidon is some guy that Baked has hung out with a few times, but they fucking stalk him. Like they follow him around because he's got subs and they want to, like they've all got selfie sticks and shit. And it's like he's devolved into this fucking group of people and it just tanked his fucking stuff. And what pisses me off, and the thing that got to me last night, is you had groups of people that paid you money, that subbed to you, that came at 3 a.m. to watch you speak, and you're going to turn around and act like you're better than them. You don't need them anymore. And that is just the shittiest fucking thing you can do on the internet. I like people that are consistent and honest. I don't care if you're left or right, but be fucking consistent about it.
Sorry, I'm gonna just step in for 1 second. So Bake just Skyped me. I sent him the link. He should be here in a second. Hopefully, he just wrote "not cool" Andy, and I'm like, dude, come in and explain yourself. I'm like, you fucked up. It's time for you to explain yourself. That's how this works. You're the one live. You did this stuff to yourself. I'm giving you the chance to answer questions in an environment where there's not like 18 people around you and there's a fucking robotic woman being like, that's fucking based. Oh, J, just fucking madness. Fucking Baked Alaska, come in here. And then he just wrote, Mr. Metokur is calling me a pedo apologist. No, he wasn't talking about you.
I wasn't talking about Baked. What the fuck is he talking about?
He's not talking about you. We were not talking about you at all in that situation. We're talking about the person that was at your place. He might have jumped in after his shower and then heard you talking about.
Well, Andy, did you not see the stream last night? I mean, the thought was there. You remember this, right? What he said and the fucking super chats that continually went through. There are like 20 of them saying, this guy's a pedo apologist and we're calling his boss.
Of course I do.
Yeah, so it wasn't. By the way, just real fast, Hollow Words through 50 pounds. Thank you so much. Jim, you also have your above it all streak. Your constant aloof, I don't care attitude you probably got from pre-2008 beat shifts on all opinions. Baked might have betrayed his viewers, but you don't engage with them to begin with.
Sure I do. I go on streams all the time with people that have no fucking sub count. So you can find shit where I've been on channels that had fucking 2 subscribers and I sat there and talked for 3 hours. People message me through multiple social media things. Just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean I don't engage, and I don't put out private fucking conversations to be like, see what a good person I am, see how many people I talk to. It's not that I'm aloof or above it all. It's just I don't like people that try to tap into a market, I guess, as the influencers would say, which Baked apparently considers himself among now, and try to use them like a rung on a ladder and then discard them like they're fucking dirty when it's inconvenient. Like that's a shitty thing to me to do. I mean, the stuff he was saying was, yeah, you're toxic, but he followed that up with us influencers. Our group of influencers don't want toxicity anymore. And you can't, don't say 97 IQ. If you think it's low IQ, get the fuck out.
I'll say this.
Like, what happened to the banter? Yeah, sorry, Andy.
No, I was just going to say Metokur because remember you were yelling at him and then finally he apologized. And he said, I'm sorry to the audience if I fucking, went too far. So I was watching both streams last night, like 2 open tabs. Actually, I had my phone open with one stream and a computer, and I had one headphone on one side and one on the other, and I was changing volume levels so I could hear what's happening on both sides. And then when you had left and went back to Ralph Retort, he later went on like a 20-minute fucking monologue, and I was yelling in the chat, please, Bake, just chill out, man, just stop. And he kept just doing this thing, we're trying to change the world, and then he reverted back to saying, we don't want your toxicity here. And I don't care if you call me this or that. And
well, it's like he tried to divert it. That was the thing that I didn't get. He was like, oh, you just don't like it because I'm doing I'm going out and doing activism. I didn't say anything about him going to protest Syria. I never tweeted about it because it was a non-issue. I mean, it wasn't brought up until he said something.
Hey Jim, check out the chat. So that's the view that we had on the chat. And then when she showed us the tattoo under her ribs to see if there was, someone tweeted that, Erin. Not me, don't worry. Here he is, the man of the fucking hour. A lot of controversy and drama surrounding you today, Baked. I was watching you last night. It felt.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you hear us?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up, dudes?
Yo, what up, man? So yeah, a lot of controversy surrounding you last night. I was.
I know. You guys are quite the dick riders. I mean, I've never seen a group of grown men.
Like you, hey, I'm baked. Shut up. Baked. Shut up.
Sitting on Baked's lap?
Baked.
What was Baked wearing? You guys are so interested in everything
you
I'm
don't
doing.
call people out for doing. You were having a fucking meltdown last night, dude. I was in the chat telling you to stop and turn off the fucking stream.
I had a great time last night. I had fun.
Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Okay, and we could start at the beginning, but first I want to address and nice to see you guys here.
Stop.
One, JF, I'm not a leftist. Fuck you. I was attacked by Antifa yesterday, and they chase me anytime they see me. They don't know who the fuck. They don't know who the fuck you are, JF. So shut the fuck up. I'm not a leftist. Everybody knows that. Okay.
I don't care who attacks you. All right. You live like a leftist. That's all I meant. I think people.
Okay. Wow. So you support Antifa attacks.
Your stream has turned into a communist country.
Oh, my stream is a communist country?
Yep.
Yeah, you're orbiting around the girl that you said was ruining my stream. You brought her in here, you white knight, and orbit her like a little bitch.
And you know how I talk to her? Like a Chad libertarian, not like a fucking communist.
You little French frog, dude. Go back in your corner. Anyway, second, I want to say to Jim, I did not turn on my fans. You are making a false narrative with Ralph Retort and these other faggots. I never turned on my fans.
Clips out of my ass?
Let me fucking finish.
I'll let you finish when you stop spouting bullshit. Anybody can go to Chrono's channel and watch the videos. It's Baked Alaska versus his chat.
No,
there's 40 minutes of it.
Okay, so I will be clear of what I said to my chat. I banned about 8 to 10 people. I don't want people saying things like kill niggers, kill Jews. I'm so sorry that I don't want that.
Unless it's a super chat, right?
No, if someone does it, no, I don't want inciting violence. No, I've always been against inciting violence. I've been very clear on that, and I've been very consistent about that. You can ask Andy. We talked about this. I've always been against inciting violence.
Baked. We were in an In-N-Out burger, and you were laughing, and I got uncomfortable when the Kramer clip went, niggers, nigger, and you were laughing at that.
Yes, that's a comedy clip. There's a difference between that and saying kill niggers.
But there's people trolling. You were also upset. People were calling you low IQ and going, get the fuck out of here. My chat hates me and calls me low IQ, pieces of human trash all the time. You were just
yeah.
Hey, you're just taking it too.
I know.
No,
I know, and
okay.
I agree with you, Andy, and I agreed with Jim. I was taking things too sensitive, and it did get to my head. I was streaming every day. That's what I had this new manager telling me to do. So I agree.
But okay, I see what you're saying because I told Jim this already. When you finished talking with Jim, right? You were like, okay, I'm sorry to the audience if you took it the wrong way. I might have been a bit emotional, blah, blah, blah. But then about 20 minutes later, you said that, oh yeah, okay, you went on this big speech and went, okay, I don't want your toxicity here. You repeated it 20 minutes after Jim had left.
Yes, because I'm sick of it, and you don't have the balls to call them out, Andy.
Yeah, I do all the time. What are you talking about, you fuck?
Okay, well then we're on the same page. So what's the problem?
But I didn't say it the way toxicity, get out of here. What I say is, if you super chat, kill all blank. I'm not going to read your super chat. We just scroll through it and we don't. But I don't go on this all high and mighty. We don't want your offensive jokes.
I know. I love it, dude. I love offensive jokes. I've said way more offensive jokes than you have. I've been banned from more things than you have.
Yes, I have. Joke a day.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah, I do. Fucking
you say a nigger joke every day. That when you're in the shower, great. Okay.
No, I say it live. I say.
Are you the new Kramer, Andy? Are you the new fucking Kramer?
Yes, I am.
Go on your white nigger rants all the time.
White nigger? No, I talk about the black ones. I don't give a fuck. I say horrible shit all the time. Have you seen fucking chrono clips or T clips of me? I say shit that when I'm listening to later, I'm like, why did I say that shit?
Dude, I am totally down for offensive jokes, okay? I'm totally down. I got worried. I'm getting things said by my manager saying you could get banned. My main channel was banned, 90-day strike. I know you, and you know that kills your livelihood. You fucking were like kind of depressed when your shit got strike, you can understand how I'm kind of on edge about like getting banned. Okay, so
can I ask you a question? You have
sure.
On your main channel 36,000 subs. On the secondary when you started it up after the Anglin thing, 13,000. Why the fuck do you have a manager?
Why does Andy have a manager?
He has 280,000 subs, so he has a better excuse at the very least to have a fucking manager.
Well, I've done more things than I'm pretty new to the YouTube space. I've done way more things than YouTube. I've done things in real life. I've written a book. I've been all around the country touring. I used to manage Milo Yiannopoulos. That's how many people know me.
So if you managed other people and did all these things yourself, why are you taking the advice of people managing you on a smaller YouTube channel?
I can do whatever I can. If I want to have a manager or an agent or whatever, I can do that.
Yeah,
okay?
you can, but look how well it's worked out for you. You've lost 700 fucking subs. You've got a girl here basically calling you a cuck. You've got another guy that got a pedo apologist, and his life
you're cucking live. We ask you why you do this creative decision, and you say my manager told me. What the fuck does he know?
No, I'm not cucking live. I'm staying firm on my stance that I said if people are inciting violence, I'm not down for that. If it's offensive jokes, of course I'm fine with racial jokes or any offensive jokes. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, how am I wrong, though, when I said that you're selling out if you're telling me, well, I'm doing this because my manager told me, because it's good for my brand? How is that
not because it's good for my brand, so I don't get banned. Because you either, like, to quote Andy Worski, you either get Baked Alaska or you get a watered-down, 10% censored version of him
in your chat. But dude, there's a difference between me saying kill all X and my audience saying kill all X. Like, there's people in the chat right now. If you read the chat right now,
well, then I was told bad fucking advice, okay? And I shouldn't have listened to that.
Well, and you bring up like toxicity in your chat. I want to bring up toxicity of hosts. Teft brought up an interesting point. You were asking people for clips so you could play it on your show because you want content when you're running late in the morning, whatever. I mean, it's like a 4-hour stream, you need shit to talk about or watch.
Right.
He put up a clip for you, spammed it 10 times in the chat. You looked at it and said, great, put that through Streamlabs. So you ask a guy to go do something for you, and he does it for you, but you're not going to accept it. Teft. You're not going to. You're a mod on your fucking stream. So you're not going to take the fucking link from
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Yeah, okay,
but there's a lot of
right.
But no, I like Teft. There's a lot of things going. There's a lot of things going on in the chat, and there's a lot of.
Let him finish. Big. Let him finish.
You told him to put it. You saw it, and then said, "Great, put it into Streamlabs." So you want him to pay you money to do the thing you asked him to do. How's that not taking advantage of your fucking audience?
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
What he's saying is you asked Teft to find something.
You said specifically anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't. Sometimes I'll ask someone to do something. So many things will be going on. All the chat's going crazy. I've given wrenches to like 100 people. I'm sorry. I can't keep track of everything. Okay.
Okay, well, let me put this to Andy or JF. Well, you know,
and by the way, Jim, your whole criticism of my new content, I can make whatever content I want. I didn't turn on my audience. I love my audience. They love me. And your whole criticism of my new content was that I have this crack whore Erin on, yet everyone's been bringing her on and orbiting her all day and talking about me and talking about everything that I'm doing. So,
Baked people like watching a train wreck. Welcome to your life.
They do. They like watching a nice dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you've created. That's a legacy you're implementing right now in real time on the internet.
In real time. I love it.
I wanted to ask JF or Andy.
I know. I'm the most interesting thing online right now. I know.
Well, you'll be a punchline to a joke for a week. Yeah. JF and Andy, if you were to ask somebody in your chat to give you something, specifically ask them, would you do this for me? Would you do me this favor? Would you then turn around and say,
I did not specifically ask.
Would you then?
No, I never specifically asked.
Okay. So Teft is a liar now. Now your mod is a liar. Okay.
Dude, but Teft is a buddy of mine too. I know him.
No, this is such a non-issue. This is like
yes, it's not an issue.
Pulling shit out of his ass. I mean, like how many? Like I think.
How far gone are you, dude?
I did 10 hours of streaming. I did 10 hours of streaming yesterday, bro. Like
so what? It's not a fucking accomplishment. Everybody does shit like that. Relative 8 hours.
I don't care. I can't remember every single interaction, dude. Like this is a non-issue that you keep going on about that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, well, let me go on with my non-issue then.
Why are you trying to ruin people's lives, Jim? Why are you You literally just doxed.
Why are
you doxed Chad's dad literally on this stream earlier?
Did I dox him after Ralph put the information out and the fucking book was linked to me live by other people? I'm the one who doxed him, right? Yeah. Okay, that's good.
So you're causing damage to him.
Okay, yeah, you try to spin that. Hey, by the way, asshole, did your manager ever elaborate on me having people call him? No, Andy, let me finish this up.
There's an accusation that you doxed Metokur, and I find this important. Did you dox?
Did I dox somebody? Yeah. No, I took information.
Yes, you fucking did, Jim. You just said Chad, who is in jeopardy of losing his job, said his dad wrote books about autism, and you've been posting the links. You fucking piece of shit.
He didn't post.
Okay. A book about autism is public.
All you do, Jim, is try to ruin people's lives and hide behind your bully avatar. Okay.
Is that why you kept having me on your stream, you little fucking fame-hungry bitch? Because I ruined lives. It was good for you then when it was convenient, wasn't it? You shuckle-grabbing fuck.
I think you're funny.
Oh no, yeah, you think it's funny when you're making money off it, don't you, Big? You think it's real funny when you get the cash from it
anymore. You're not providing any content anymore.
You're
trying to ruin people's lives.
Oh my god. Such a fucking sellout.
Hang on, Baked.
Oh, it's such a sellout.
Baked, listen to me. Fucking let me talk for 1 second. Baked.
How many rallies have you shown up to, Jim? What have you done in real life?
Yeah, it's such a brave Antifa fighter, Baked. We're really impressed by you getting baked. It's really great.
Tell me one thing you've done in real life.
Why would I? I'm not a fame-hungry whore that has to put my image out.
You're not a fame-hungry whore. You're just on all the shows all day.
Says the guy's name. You were fine with him. You were fine with him shitting on other people. Now,
he was when it made him money. Yeah, he loved it then. But now that it's on him, now it's suddenly a problem. Now it's problematic.
This is criticism that people had, and now you're being really defensive about it, Baked.
Okay, I'm listening.
Have some self-awareness for like a fucking second.
Yeah, Jim, you're so terrible. Says the guy who has a fucking show named The Baked Alaska.
Okay.
As the fucking icon.
Yo, I believe the issue here that you had with my show is Erin. Okay?
Erin.
Right.
No, that issue's passed. That issue's passed, man. I think the issue now is pretty much apparent.
Oh, the issue's passed. So you're a big fan of Erin now.
No, I know. I've told it. Fuck, you can go back and listen to my interaction. JF, Andy, did it sound like I'm a big fan of Erin when I came in here?
No, but JF is.
And I am praise?
Too. Isn't that right, JF?
I'm a big fan of Erin.
You're always welcome here, Erin.
But Metokur has always been clear about what he has a problem with you, Beck, for the last few days. It's that you seem to be betraying things that you do, things that you seem to imply as promises to the audience. You seem to be riding waves in a non-constant and way that will lead you to your own destruction.
Okay, well, thank you for that, JF. I do not believe I've betrayed my fans. I simply, like I said, there's people in the chat that have been saying things about killing people. Okay, I don't really get offended. I don't get offended by anything. I don't. I see this shit all day. But at a certain point, you know, if I'm trying to bring more people in my community, if I'm trying to grow my community and people are holding me back, then I need to make strategic moves to try to make my content better and to make it a better experience for everyone else who's watching. So that's what I've been trying to do. Do I fail every single day? Yes. I make so many fucking mistakes. I fail so much, and it's you know, it's funny sometimes. Hang
on. With you saying that though, that you fail every single day, you're showing some self-awareness. But then when someone comes to you with criticism, you're now saying, I didn't do that when you apologized last night twice. You are self-aware, but then have an excuse later. That's what people have the problem with. It's just, I fucked up. Yeah, I may have betrayed the audience there. Maybe I should stop being a little bit too sensitive about that. Fair enough. Yeah. And then move on from there. You went on like this. I was yelling in the chat for you to stop. I couldn't go on because it's like 5 a.m, but I was like, you were trying to, and then you're like, Antifa attacked me today. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything that people criticize you on? No one cares. Like, no one was criticizing that at all. People said
well, as far as saying I'm a leftist, then yes, that is the counterpoint, I would say.
I don't think you're a leftist.
But
JF can think that you're a leftist, but I don't.
Antifa will assault all sorts of people, including leftists. And Leacher 10 euros says, Baked, this is the biggest alt-right channel in the world. Don't come here to cock, man. And Ren the Vengeance, $10 US. Baked, you are delusional. You drop the audience at convenience. You pull the bait and switch. John sends us $10 US. Thank you for the donation. And John J, $10 US. I never thought Bait was funny. Never thought he was interesting. Never trusted him. Never liked him. R.I.P. Baked Alaska.
Yeah, just one criticism of you, Jim. Baroness Thompson, $5. Jim, stop ruining Baked's life. Stop being the puppet master of the internet. You won't get away with it. One day you'll be bully hunted. Watch out. Jim. Watch out, Jim.
Roosh was on Twitter saying that I was the meanest bully on the internet. No. So, maybe I need to be dealt with, I guess.
But I see Metokur not as a bully, but as a kind of paladin. He brings a sort of goodness to the internet. He has a sort of rule of conduct that is admirable. Personally, that's what I think of Metokur.
Yeah, well, I want to answer Andy here. So, Andy, that is good feedback. I'm lowering my walls. I appreciate that.
Cool.
I will admit, I'm a very sensitive person. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know. I wish I wasn't. I wish I could just not be so sensitive all the time, but I am a lot. And so sometimes when criticism comes to me, because I get a lot of criticism, and you guys know, I get everywhere all the time, especially being here in LA in real life. There's, people stopping me on the street saying, fuck you all the time, so I end up getting a little defensive sometimes and taking it out on maybe my chat or my fans. And that is wrong. And so you're right. I shouldn't be going back and forth. And I do.
It's the defensiveness that you keep bringing up that makes people go, dude, we're just giving you. If someone said that to me and went, Andy, you're being a little bitch for X, Y, and Z. And then I apologize. And then 10 minutes later, be like, but this is why I'm doing it. It's sort of like you're reverting back. And I'm legitimately, this is an inter-fucking-vention. This is what this is, Baked.